Hello, my name is Bethany Monty with My Midwife for Life, and I have been asked to explain the difference between being a patient of My Midwife for Life and doing functional medicine to approach hormone imbalance for women or common complications or problems that women have, versus doing the Hormone Intelligence program online that we will be doing starting May 23rd, every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. And we'll be meeting with other women. And so I just want to explain the difference and what those two different offerings are so that you can make a good decision for you and what will fit best with your life and also your goals and what you're looking for. So, first, just to let you know a little bit more about me, I am a certified nurse midwife, and I have been practicing functional medicine now for over 3 years. I was trained by Dr. Aviva Ram in hormone intelligence and just also doing functional medicine for women. So she's a fabulous physician, and I really feel like it has changed my practice completely. It's also changed how I take care of myself also. So I am excited to be able to share the knowledge that I've received with women to help them feel the best that they can feel and actually get the help that they're looking for. So that's really what I'm all about. So first off, let me just show you a couple slides that explain to you about me and then also functional medicine, and then also a little bit more about the program that will be offered online. So we're going to take a look at a couple slides. All right. So basically, I do educate my patients when I see them about hormone balance and how to get there, and just also how to help yourself feel the best that you can. Oftentimes, it means that we need to do maybe some lifestyle changes. We might need to change our diet. We also might need to try some different supplements that might help, or different medications as well, because I do prescribe medications. I also do lab work and order ultrasounds and those things if they're needed. But I really only try and do testing if things are needed. Something to consider is that I do not bill insurance. However, you can use your FSA or HSA to pay for my services. But I do try and utilize your private insurance to pay for all of your lab work and any imaging or anything else that we might request to have done. I can use some functional medicine labs to help get in deeper and figure out what's going on, but I tend to not start off with that. And so I really try and honor your time and your money as you're trying to get feeling better. And so I really try and keep your costs as low as I can keep them, but still being effective in your care. So if you look at this first slide, hormone imbalance, and all the material comes from Dr. Aviva Ram, and I'm just helping you all to kind of understand and digest her information. So again, I'm a certified nurse midwife. I'm a big proponent for patient-centered healthcare and making sure that the woman is the center and not me. And also, I just love helping women reach their full health potential. And that's what gets me going and keeps me excited about my practice. Also, I have been on my own health journey and really struggled at times. And so I'm working on my own health right alongside you and trying to make the changes and try and do the things that I'm recommending to you. And it has changed how I live and the way that I feel. All right. So every woman's dilemma definitely is about life balance, and we just really have to figure out if it's possible and how to get there. And it usually just takes some support. Oftentimes women are just, asking for support from their primary care provider, and that's a 15-minute visit, or their OBGYN, or say even their nurse midwife or nurse practitioner. It's a 15-minute visit. You can't really get everything in that you need to get in. And that is part of the problem with our medical system, and it's very frustrating. And most women feel like they're not heard, unfortunately. So we women worry all about kids or our jobs, and we forget about our own health and our own needs. And so this session that I'm doing with you right now, but then also the Hormone Intelligence program will really teach you about how to put yourself first and how to really think about your own health, and then how it affects the health and the life of others around you. Oftentimes I hear a lot of complaints from women, and myself included, when I burn the candle at both ends, that I'm just feeling tired all the time. And for a lot of women, they've already gone to their primary care provider and had blood work done to check on her thyroid and check for anemia. And there's no answers why you're tired, and everything is, well, it's all normal. See you next year. And you continue to just feel horrible and tired, even though you've had 8 hours of sleep that's maybe hopefully uninterrupted. So when this happens, when you're just feeling tired, you can have hormonal problems, mood swings, fatigue, metabolic problems. So that means, like for women, pre-diabetes, high cholesterol, carrying weight around the middle of your thorax, or really in your tummy, and hard to get rid of that weight. In fact, obesity, digestive problems, diabetes, and even breast cancer have been linked to disturbances in your sleep, and then also in high stress situations. So, and when we're talking about stress, I usually talk about the hormone cortisol. And cortisol is your master messenger, harmonizing everything that goes on in your brain and your body. And so when we notice that cortisol is out of balance, which it usually tends to be when you're highly stressed or not sleeping, then it starts to wreak havoc on the rest of your body. So that stress response is activated, your body diverts energy away from the optimistic things that you would do in life, which might be like taking care of yourself or having sex, which means like having babies and getting pregnant. And so that also means your menstrual cycle. And because you have to have a menstrual cycle in order to have a libido and to want to have sex. And then your body wants you to have sex so that you can get pregnant. That's the way the chemistry works. And so when your cortisol is out of whack, then the hormones also follow suit. And then you just kind of see the downstream effects when you're dealing with a lot of stress or strain. So it affects your hormones. Your body is actually trying to do to you the favor of protecting you from getting pregnant when times are hard or when the resources of your energy are low. And so that's why it changes your hormones. Your brain is the link between what's going on in your external world around you and then what's going on with your ovaries, which control your female hormones, and then also your thyroid. So if we understand that to be true, stress and menstrual problems go together, stress and sleep, stress and PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, stress and endometriosis or pelvic pain, stress and food choices, what you're choosing to eat, and then stress and thyroid imbalances as well. Also, I would talk to you about stress and inflammation. And in the program, we will definitely talk about the connection between stress and inflammation, and then stress and sleep and all those hormonal changes. So this is just kind of a little review of what you will get in the program. And so stress and inflammation go hand in hand. And if we can get the inflammation and the stress both down, then the hormones come along behind it. So oftentimes I really want women to do a self-assessment. Is stress affecting your hormones? Do you have difficulty falling asleep? Do you wake up frequently? Do you feel tired and wired? Just like when you wake up, you're like, zing. Or if you're trying to go to sleep, you just feel kind of anxious and like, oh, buzzy, and you can't go to sleep and your brain's just thinking. Feeling tired or anxious in the morning, chronic overwhelm, fatigue, burnout, anxiety, depression, energy slump at 3 or 4, need that extra cup of coffee, craving chocolate or sweets, and you can keep on reading. So definitely a connection there. During the program, and then also as a patient of mine, I will encourage you to heal that stress hormone pathway. So first, journaling and paying attention to how you're feeling and where that stress might be coming from. Manage your energy instead of saying, hell yeah, I'll do that, I'll do this. having boundaries and making it maybe a no thanks, I'm working on this, I have this self project I'm doing. Make a relaxed way of life, meditation or stress reduction. Talk about those things in the program. Really working on sleep, and we dig in deep on that as to maybe why you're not sleeping or how to get better sleep. Then also during the program, we talk about knowing your cycle, and then also how you can maybe use adaptogens or nutrients through our foods to help reset this hormone imbalance. So one of the things that we do in the program is really encourage you to do a reset. So bedtime, wind down, sleep as the main priority, the right foods at the right time, high priority living, non-negotiable self-care that you just have to do, a way to quickly calm yourself, or maybe use adaptogens, which are herbs or supplements, after work or evening reset, having boundaries. It's a heck no. Be you. You do not have to be perfect. And then thinking about like a staycation instead of a vacation. So these are all the topics that we go over. For the group, I will be utilizing the Hormone Intelligence book by Aviva Romm, and you will receive this as part of your program for you to read alongside of the program. And every Saturday morning, I will send you out information through the program, which then you will get to read ahead of time. And then I also give you an assignment of like a chapter to read from the book, with a project or something to do, an action item for yourself. And then when we meet in the group, we will be able to talk about how did we feel doing these things? Do we understand it? And then I hit the high points of the chapter and really try and give you good ways to understand these things, break it down, but then also ways to take action. All right. So, and then also, this is my website. You can also follow me on Facebook or Instagram and get more information. So, and now I would just like to also talk to you about, with the group, we do end up going on a journey of cleaning up our diet and trying to see where inflammation might be coming from. So this diet will be a gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, alcohol-free, and caffeine-free diet, just because all of those can seriously be triggers. If you have been noting that you're just feeling bloated all the time, or just inflamed, or like a lot of water weight, and just also feeling tired all the time, this really can recharge you and help you find out the root cause of why you're feeling the way you are. I know that the diet might seem overwhelming, and you might be like, heck no, can't do that, no way. You totally can. And the point of the program is that we do it as a community and as a group, so that we can share our wins and we can share our losses or our frustrations. We can share, hey, I tweaked this on the recipe, whatever. It's also accountability for you to keep going and to put yourself first and to actually do the program, so that you can start feeling better. I want to show you the program that I use for the meal planning. And so, sorry. It always takes me a minute to share my screen here. Let's see. Okay. All right. So if you do the program, you will receive a link that will take you to this website. You don't need another membership. You don't need another account. You don't need another password. You just follow this link, and then it will ask you for your information, just so I know who's utilizing this and I know which program you're also using. And you press continue, and you will see that you have all these recipes here, which I think are great, but then your plan here. So you have Hormone Intelligence week 1, and you can see if you want to see the calories, if you want to see everything attached to it, you can. Or you can get rid of some of those things if you're like, oh, it's too much information, you're overwhelming me. So if you scroll down, you'll be able to see that this will give you a plan for what to do for breakfast, snack, lunch. So that's a snack, lunch, snack again, dinner, and then a snack in the evening if you wanted to. You don't have to. This does give you portions, and this will help you to have an idea of how to eat. And really, I would just recommend that you stick with this recommendation of what to eat, because it helps you to have that discipline and structure. Then you are able to go to this list here, and it will give you all the things that you need to purchase from the grocery store. So you have your shopping list, or you can just go to your pantry and see what you have and what you don't have. And it tells you what amount and all of those things. So I just think this is phenomenal. This helps me so much. So I did want to show you also, if we go backwards, you will receive your own plan where you are able, if you would so choose, to change a recipe if you don't like it. I think that's fantastic here. So say I'm like, I don't want to do eggs and broccolini. That looks terrible. I'm going to go here and swap out all so that it changes. And then it's going to change that to a plain omelet with cucumbers. And you'll see that it changed all of these, which is helpful. The reason these are kind of grayed out is because they're leftovers. So for us busy women, we do not have to make a breakfast every single day, but you can make the breakfast, have leftovers for Tuesday and Wednesday. Same thing with this for the Thursday, the breakfast protein bowl. You make it on Thursday, you have a leftover on Friday. So it just makes it super simple and easy for you to be successful. So I'm excited for you to think about being in the program. This is what you really will get. Then also you will, let me see if I'm able to do it. Sorry, ladies. I will just show you what, never mind. I think that won't work, but let's see here. All right. The program you will receive through my electronic medical records, and you will be able to be in the program, chatting with each other. We'll see each other on the video conference. You're free to block your video or not, and I use Zoom, so it's super easy. I think most of us are pretty proficient at Zoom at this point in time. If you're not, that's okay. I'll walk you through it, super easy. But all of this is kept in one place, so then you're able to see everything very easily and get to your information. The other thing I forgot to tell you is if you do end up doing the program, you are able to print off all of the recipes and the shopping lists and use that as a cookbook, and you have that forever. So you can export that to your computer, or you can print it off. So you walk away from a 6-week program learning a lot about yourself and your hormones. You have a book also to take with you, and then you also will have basically a cookbook that will go with you wherever your computer goes, or if you print it off. As a patient of mine, if say you can't do the program and you wanted to see me directly, I have this meal planning option to give you. I charge $80 a month for it. And then you can use that for your elimination diet. I tend to use elimination diets quite frequently to help me get to the root cause and see what's happening and what's going on. I do also, when I'm looking at the root cause to try and figure out why you're not feeling well, tend to take out coffee and alcohol, because those do cause quite a bit of inflammation, and they just kind of cover up the problems. And so we have to unbury the problems and take away the levels and the layers. And those tend to just be layers or blockades. So as a patient, we would see each other one-on-one. And the first visit, I go over questionnaires that you answer for me and get to know you really well. That tends to be an online visit. And then the following visits, I do like to do a physical exam, but if you live far away, we do not have to have an in-person visit. It can still be via telehealth. I can order labs that you can do in your hometown, so you do not have to come to Indianapolis, which is also really nice. So everything can be done online as a consultation. If I order supplements or recommend supplements, I give you access to that. I use full scripts, And I basically like to use it as like a vitamin or supplement pharmacy. So I'm able to write down exactly how long you're taking something, at what amount, and why you're taking it. It has great explanation, and you're totally able to have access to that at all times. As a patient, you do get a 15% discount on those supplements, so that's nothing to sneeze at. And then usually for, say, if you're having a thyroid problem or, just some major, say, depression or anxiety, tends to take about 5 visits for us to really get to the heart of the matter and then get you feeling better and get you moving in the direction you want to move in. I do have a deep dive package where that is $850 for 5 visits. Or you can just do 1 visit at a time, which is, I believe the first visit is $250, and then thereafter it gets a little bit cheaper. So you can look online at those prices. You do save about 20% when you do the package, but I am totally fine if you wanted to just get to know me, see me for 1 visit, make sure I'm not crazy and that this is a good fit, and then you can decide to do the package if that fits better with what you are wanting to do and what your goals are, or we just do 1 visit at a time. Also wanted to offer to you that if you do the program and then you decide that hopefully you can go to your primary care provider and have them look in a little deeper at the things that I educate you about. Or if you did want to become a patient of mine, then that first visit you would receive a 15% discount in coming to see me. And then also, if you're a patient of mine currently, you do also receive a 15% discount coupon on the program. So vice versa, you get discounts. And if I can say anything, I just really want to make an opportunity for women to be seen by someone that cares about them and be seen by someone who has experienced some of the things they're experiencing, or just knows how to listen, and then also how to dig deep and how to give you some structure and be successful and encourage you and cheerlead you along the way. I want to encourage you that you are not broken and or unfixable, and that our society has made us as women feel that way. And that's just not true. And there are definitely ways that we can feel better if we can just get some good support, and then also, find the right education. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me at 317-659-6484. I will put the links down below for my Facebook, but then also Instagram, and then the link where you can get scheduled for the program if you would like to do that. Or if you just wanted to become a patient of the practice, I would love to have you. You also have the opportunity, if you just wanted to do a 15-minute free consultation with me before making an appointment, that is an availability for you as well. So I'll make sure that you can see that too. But hopefully this video just kind of gives you a straightforward idea of what you're looking at. And just remember, functional or integrative medicine for women is all about coming alongside of you and helping you find the reason you're not feeling well, the root cause, and then working together with you to get you feeling better and reach your health goals. So I'd love to hear from you. Reach out at any time, and hope to hear from you soon.